Bonjour a todos, this is Johara Gemma. Hello everyone, this is Johara Gemma. So today in my life after Hurricane Milton living in my van, I am here at this beautiful place. I wasn't sure today if I was gonna be able to record outside, inside, who knows, because it has been raining non-stop. It's been just frustrating. So, I hate not knowing. It's just, I like to know everything and, so I could make my plans. But sometimes life just throws things at you, right? So, so since it's been raining a lot, I want to go ahead and talk about the roof. So, this applies for RVs, for houses, but I'm going to concentrate mostly on my van. So also it applies to vans as well, especially if you're living in it full time. So as you all know, I lost my home because of Hurricane Milton. So I am a little bit paranoid when it comes to water and roof. So, even though in my situation, the hurricane, just the water came from down and then just flooded everything. But anyway, it's important to check your roof. So, I did, check the roof of my van, and I did find something that was about to happen, a little water leak that was going to happen. So, of course, I went ahead and I put some silicone, which I'll show you guys in another video, what silicone I used and all that. And I did climb on the roof. So, but before climbing on the roof, which I recommend you do, but first you want to go ahead and you want to check. So let me grab my phone over here. So, oh, my keys over here. See, I always lose my keys. So I'm always losing my keys. That's why I carry this big thing of keys, because I keep losing my keys always. So what I do is I try to, touch the van from the inside. So since these doors open like that, it's always good, to check right here. So put your hand over here. You want to feel over here. If you feel anything wet right here, especially on days that it has been raining. So, just check over here. Make sure that all this is dry. If you feel anything wet, or damp or moist, you have a potential water leak. So, and then is when you're going to go ahead and you're going to check the roof. Unfortunately, when you buy a used vehicle, you don't know what the previous owner did on the roof. So, what I saw on my roof, I was like, oh God, it scared me, really. So, you never know if they put a rack up there or God knows what. So, those are things, you need to look at and, to prevent. So silicone, like I said, works well. It worked great for me. So I will post that in another video, checking the roof. So you all see, that a lot of it was to prevent. So silicone lasts a long time. So I don't have to worry about my roof again. So it's better to prevent than to have water coming inside, especially when you live in your van full time. That's something you do not want. Or even if you live in an RV, a trailer. So, same thing. So always check your roof, especially on rainy days. Feel the roof. If you smell any weird smell, like water, or anything like that, that weird smell, you'll have a water leak. All right, so if you have not subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Abonne-toi et suis-moi, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Subscribe and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Peace, paz, au revoir.